We had a bit of an unusual situation here where the customer called a couple of days ago explaining that raccoons were living in the basement. We have no idea how they got in there or whether it's a mother and babies, but we're going to go and find out. Let's go. How long have they been in?
Probably 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
I don't think they're in here. I think they're having a party and leaving. When you go in the basement, you'll see what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody said it was squirrels. No way.
You haven't seen the animal, just seen the evidence?
They're not living here. I think they're leaving.
Okay.
I could be wrong, that's why you're here.
Smells like raccoon.
Got smaller footprints on the stairs.
So they've gotten
They're having a heyday.
so much food. They got into all their storage food down here.
Yeah, it does smell a little bit like raccoon.
Mm-hmm.
Might be behind the tent that they're getting in. That's one area around the corner here.
Okay.
There's a wall there. I think she said it was either a pantry or a cold cellar there. So I'm not sure if there's a door.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I haven't been that far.
Okay. I got. Look over there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Let's go in there. Let's have a look around. We're trying to find out how the raccoon got into the space. What animal?
It really smells like them over here.
Looks like if we look up there, that looks like a way that they're climbing up. You can see the dirt, and it is raccoon paws all over there.
I got a long stick.
Maybe stand up on here and take a look down there, see what's going on.
An overhang window there.
Yeah, you can see the dirt on the wall
Can you see it?
from them going over.
Okay.
So
I'm just trying to see what it does end there though. There's a
it might go down.
yeah. There's
So it's like a bay window that sticks over the house. Now there's raccoon feces there because they're fresh, very fresh.
Don't know what he's got here.
Our biggest concern here is that if it's an adult, that's fine. We can put a one-way door on it and we'll get out. We don't want to overlook babies in this space because we locked the mother out. Nobody living here. There's nobody for us to consult or see if there's any activity beyond what we do today. So we just want to rule out babies, and at that point we can just deal with it from the outside. It is. Yeah. They're going to have a very thorough cleaning.
could be in there too.
Yeah, we'll go box to box after we see how they're coming in. So where is that?
So we're in the basement. They haven't approved the work yet, so what we're doing is just doing our proper estimate before we look through all those boxes, because there's a lot. It's a lot to do if they're not going ahead with the job. So we're coming to the outside where that window is, where that would lead, and then we can see how they're getting in.
You think that's the one? Okay. So let's have a peek under here. Window well. And yes, the bottom of this window has rotted out, allowing them to get up into here and then travel along the beams into the basement. Let me show you.
The spot.
There it is. You can see some insulation there. It's all rotted out. So they happen to find it. It amazes me sometimes how they're able to find these spaces. They're many home inspectors. They're always looking for spots to get into, and they hit the jackpot when they got into this one because all the food that the homeowner was storing in the basement, and they've been away for 9 months. So the raccoons were able to get in and exploit the food without anybody knowing that they were there. Yeah, this one's okay. The other one needs attention.
So right away you can see that it's a big mess down here, but as you get closer, you see that it's a ton of food. There's Mr. Noodles, lots of non-perishables that the homeowner had left down in the basement, and the raccoons have gotten to all of it. They've eaten every single one of these wrappers of the noodles.
It's almost all Noodles.
Yeah, all Mr. Noodles and other brands. Noodle bowls. And then there's just so much in here for them. It's crazy. They make a mess. They leave their garbage everywhere. Even this bin that was full.
It's empty? It's
Completely empty. They did every single wrapper in there. And there's some craft dinner they got into. Lots of craft. Oh my goodness. They got into a whole box of craft dinner.
Well, look, they even like the chicken broth.
Oh, they've been drinking some chicken broth. They haven't got into the...
They've been living the high life.
They haven't gotten into the chicken rice soup yet. But they would over time. We'll get into all of this.
Well,
it's crazy. That's funny.
what a feast for them. They hit the jackpot.
They didn't get into the chili yet either.
But they're canned goods. But
So we just have to look around and see if they are down here right now and if there's babies. So we're going to look in all these boxes and the other room as well. So there's a lot to look through. That whole area over there is full of boxes and just storage. So
this is crazy. Oh, they missed one. That's the one piece they didn't get. I bet you they're pretty fat.
They must all this food.
They must be huge.
They don't have to look for it. Why wouldn't they be here right now? That's what I feel like they should be.
Yeah, I'm looking at this piece of wood over here and seeing the amount of dirt on it. That they seem to be going up into the ceiling. Yeah. So it's very likely that they're actually, and the footprints on the wall there,
Oh, yeah.
they choose not to stay and live at ground level here, but get up into the ceiling of the next room.
Which isn't good.
Which isn't great for us because now we got to search the ceiling. But yeah, they've been everywhere. And this whole place now is completely contaminated. Their feces, as you may or may not know, can contain an egg. It's a worm that lives in their belly. It's called Balis ascaris, or raccoon roundworm. And the worm sheds its eggs in the feces. And outside of the raccoon for 30 days, the eggs become viable, or they become able to infect. And what happens is if you accidentally ingest the eggs can grow in your stomach, and what happens is they migrate to the back of the eyes of the brain and can cause blindness and even death. And there's been 2 cases in Toronto over the last 15 years where young children have gotten this disease, and they didn't die, but they've caused them blindness, inability to walk, that sort of thing. So it's a very sad disease, and because the raccoons, we saw defecation in the back room, and they're walking all over that and this, that everything in this basement is potentially contaminated with the eggs. So all of this literally needs to be thrown out. We have completely inspected as best we can. There are piles of stuff that we can't get into the middle of, but we've been banging around. I think at this point we can definitely rule out babies. There could be an adult hiding somewhere in a box and just not moving that we can't detect. But at this point, because we don't think there's babies, we're going to proceed to the outside, do our repair around the bay window. We'll install a one-way door. We'll also put a trail cam there just to monitor what might come towards the house or go from the house, and we'll get a better understanding of what's here. But they've destroyed this basement. They really have. I mean, not only because of the the mess they've made, but also because of the potential of the disease, the raccoon roundworm disease, being on everything that's down here. And it's almost impossible to clean it all, or clean most of it. So I suspect that a lot of this is just going to end up in a dumpster and be taken away, but we'll go and proceed with what we need to do to make sure that there is nothing remaining in the house, and that is to secure the outside and put a one-way door on. Let's go do it.